A woman called yesterday, said she's called Aunt Ma Alice. When I was in town doing delivery, when she called, she said she has given money to this DKB, 4,000. She said she's called Ma Alice. My English is no good. She has given DKB 4,000 to give it to me. And I didn't say thank. And she doesn't want to see me. She doesn't know me, and she doesn't even want to see me. The woman talked very bitterly. So I picked up my phone. I called DKB. I called him. And I was thinking maybe he was busy, so he was going to return my call. Till now, he has not returned my call. Guys, I beg you, save me from this trauma. I have not received any money. If I have received, I will thank you, because I really appreciate. Aside those called celebrity, I have not received any money from anyone that you think you've given money to give it to me. I love you guys. Please, let's respect ourselves. You know, I'm a grateful being. Thank you.
My people, you know, this word, when you haven't been sent to do anything, and you do it out of your own will, it always ends outrageous for you, I tell you. You guys have seen what I've been through. I'm not even going to reiterate what I have done for this lady, but I'm going to go straight and give a little backstory, and I tell you where the story is, then we'll wrap up everything. Now, this is where I started noticing ungratefulness from this girl. At the press conference, there wasn't any enthusiasm in mentioning my name. And the script, the speech she had was, I'm sure she was assisted by the legal outfit, which is her lawyers. Okay. So I said, let me monitor and see if this girl comes out and she does any acknowledgement, let me see if she'll mention my name. So I'll see if she really appreciates what I did. Ladies and gentlemen, when she came out, she did a series of videos. She never mentioned my name. And I realized, oh, okay. Wow. I'm unwanted. I'm not needed. Oh, I'm useless. It's fine. It's fine. Second one, she gave me a phone number at the police station, and I did a donation for her. And then that manager issue came. So she was asked at the press conference, did you give a phone number to DKB to do the fundraiser for you? And is so-and-so your manager, whatnot? I was expecting her to say, I gave my phone number to DKB because people wanted to donate, and he couldn't have sent to each and every person. There were many people. That's what he said, and that's why I gave the phone number. I don't have a standing contract with this person, but we are working by faith. But definitely we will sign a contract soon. So if DKB was offended in any way, I do apologize. I think it was a big miscommunication. Finish. Do you know what she did? She pushed the question aside. Charlie, DKB attire. She pushed the question aside and said, she just pushed it aside and she said, anyone who has helped me, I thank you. They asked her again. She said, anyone who has helped me in any way, I appreciate you, I thank you. She didn't even touch on the issue. The press were looking at my face like, wow, did you just sacrifice your career in the end to not be appreciated like this? I was so embarrassed and so ashamed, but I kept quiet. The third one was when the press conference was done, and then I went to see the lawyer Votia. Shout out to you, invited me, and I was discussing with him the next stage, because I wanted her to win so bad. So the next stage was, you always do things, you always address issues that you were charged with when you want to rebrand, just like I did when I came back from Big Brother. So I told the lawyer, her issue is nudity and child. So she must go for psychiatric evaluation, because some people were saying, or mental problem. So she goes for psychiatric evaluation, so that she will dispute that allegation against her. And then she can go through some, how do you call it? I don't know, anything to show that she is up against nudity. Not just doing a new anti-nudity campaign, but maybe something, I don't know. And then the next thing was she'll do a child training, child development course, short course. And even the lawyer said, oh, I can even call social welfare, and they can help her in that, because that's what they are good at, that's what they are for. So I was excited that even the lawyer wanted to help. And I said, lawyer, hold on. The next step for Rosemond was that I was going to give her my TV studio to host a TV show. The concept of the TV show is that she will interview people who have been down and have been able to rise up and are conquering. Just like her case, you understand? So she was going to interview celebrities who have had troubles, ex-convicts who are out of jail. Some of them were freed on the grounds that they were innocent. All of those challenges, she's going to interview disabled people, disabled people who are doing great things in fashion, like crazy. I wanted to rebrand her to become like the next Nana Namoa, Bellamundi, and entire skin kind of person. Lawyer was blown away. Guess what? Lawyer calls Rosemont, tells her about the fact that she has to do the psychiatric the child development thing with the social welfare and all of that in a TV show. She hosts a TV show, blah blah blah. Oh, lawyer was so excited. Guess what Rosemont said? When it comes to those presenting those TV shows, she doesn't have time for that. Hey, lawyer looked at me. I was also looking at lawyer as if we had a miscarriage. So that's when I closed the chapter that I am so unwanted here. My help is not needed in this path. Okay. After the press conference, I went home and then I cut her off my life. I said, this girl doesn't need me. She doesn't appreciate me. The level I want to take her, she doesn't want to see it. She says she doesn't have time, so it's cool. So through that, I saw her calls, about 3 calls. I said, why? You are calling me for what? I ignored the calls, not knowing it was a call to check if I had that so-called 4,000 cedis. I also thought she was reaching and maybe she has seen the essence in what I was saying. So I ignored, no, it was the 4,000 thing, no problem. I wake up following morning. First call, haven't you seen what she has done? What has she done? Oh, she has defamed you. It's everywhere. Everybody's insulting you. What? Only to come out. One mama, Alice, has given me 4,000 men for her. Oh, Rosemont Brown, Equapin Polo. If you acknowledge the good I've done, if you honor me, if you be ungrateful, at least don't defame me. Hey. Quickly, called CID headquarters, went to lodge a complaint, and then they told me it's a civil case. They're going to process it for me to take it into a lawsuit. I said, cool. I called my lawyer. I was ready for action. Then calls started coming from people I respected so much that, you know what, drop this issue. Drop it. Hey, it's not easy. And what touched my heart, Rosemont's mom called one of the people, almost 1 hour on the phone, wailing and crying, saying she can't even eat, that she begs, she doesn't want any court case, any police case for her daughter again. So these people pleaded with me, and officially I've dropped the case against her. The defamatory lawsuit I've dropped the case. I'm not pursuing anything again, out of the respect I have for those people. And these people are namely Sonny Badu, Patricia Ampon, and her mother herself. I did that because I'm a Christian and I know the importance of forgiveness. If I'll pray to my Lord and personal Savior Jesus Christ for forgiveness, why shouldn't I forgive my fellow man? So I've let it go. The issue is down dusted. But let it get to you, Rosemont Brian Equapin Polo. Let me tell you something. You and I, we are not on path again. We are very parallel now. Go your way, let me go my way. I was helping you not because I wanted anything from it. Because you claim that I was holding 4,000. The mama Alice herself came to say it. That she hasn't given me anything. I don't need anything from you. What can you even give me? I just wanted you to win. I wanted to see you win so bad. Because in the industry, so many people don't give you face. I was the only person who stood by you. It seems you don't want my help. So I've backed out. It's fine. But I want you to know, I don't know you from anywhere. If you see me at a program, pass. I will pass. Rosemont, don't try to talk to me. Don't try. Those are your things when you see somebody, my legend, my king, you are the best, my English is not good. Forgive. Don't try those things. Else I will file restraining order against you. I don't want you. Listen, if you see me at the program, stay in your corner, stay in my corner. That's it. And to each and everyone who has helped, God bless all of you. From Reggie Rockstone, hey, Reggie Tayao, Lawyer Bento, The Attorney General himself, he has been helpful in the issue from scratch to the appeal, whatever, whatnot. Asamajan, Jackie Appiah doing the behind the scenes, Brian Martin doing behind the scenes, Ima, and if I forget your name, I'm sorry, there's no malice intended. All the people, well wishes and all of that, thanks to all of you. But this chapter is done and dusted. It's closed. We're not pursuing anything anymore. It's done. I don't know her. Rosemond, I've unfollowed you on Instagram. I've unfollowed you on Twitter. I've blocked you on my WhatsApp. You're a ghost to me. I don't know you. I can't stand any more defamation. I can't stand any more public insult. You understand? So thank you each and every one. I'm done.